Hey ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is Randy here from rtsmobile.com, and this evening we're going to be bringing you an in-depth game review. I'll try and keep it under 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes here for you. We're going to be bringing you an in-depth game review for Game of Thrones Conquest. Alright, and if you have not seen, we also provided a written review at rtsmobile.com. Go ahead and check out the link in our video description if you prefer to read instead of hearing the sound of my melodic, angelic vocal cords strumming in the wind. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's get a little bit of light music going. Hopefully this isn't too loud here. Alright. So, first things first. You can see clearly I have a keep level 17 here. I'm in the MOFs, the MOFs Alliance, RTS Mobile _com in Kingdom 6, keep level 17. Up here at the top, you can see I have 1.335 million power. So I feel I am relatively qualified to give you this review. I've been playing this game for about 4 weeks now. Many of the other people in this kingdom, as you can see, are not too much of higher castle level unless they spend a lot of money. You can see here's another guy in my alliance. He's castle level 13. He's pretty close to me. I'm only 17. I'm not too much higher than him. So let's just dive right into it. The basics. Game of Thrones Conquest is an MMO base builder. It is a massive multiplayer online base building game. That means you will be upgrading your keep, which is this bad boy in the center. You can see my keep is level 17 here. Okay. The main goal in this game is to get your keep to the max level. Get all of your other buildings here to the max level. Get your troops here to the max level. You can see right now I'm training level 6 out of 10. I won't be able to train level 10 troops until my keep is level 30. I can train level 6 right now. Let's go ahead and get some guys going. Looks like my other troops are done training. I'll just pop those bad boys. So as we take a quick glance around the inside of my keep or my castle here, you will see it resembles a lot of other base builder MMO games in that you have your typical resource buildings. You have your medic tents for holding wounded troops. Oops. You got your daily quests with Tyrion here, who wants to take you to the brothel later after you earn some rewards. Got your war camps for training troops faster and training more of them. Okay. And your typical base layout. You may notice a lot of similarities between this base layout of Game of Thrones Conquest and Clash of Kings, which is made by Elix, which has been around for about 3 years. It looks like Game of Thrones did essentially reskin the Clash of Kings game just for their base layout. But we will get into that in just a second here, how Game of Thrones Conquest is actually not a cookie cutter base builder. They do have a lot of things that set them apart. So one of the first things I want to talk about are, let's go to the pros, the Allegiance system, which is this red flag in the bottom right hand corner of my system. You can see we have 119 members, which is very interesting because we had 150 something a few minutes ago. That means that somebody left. That's what that means. So I'd like to see Unruly Mofs, see his Bannerman. Alright, so anyways, let's take a look at the Allegiance system. So you can see here my Assault's Liege. He's my Liege. Assault is my... Let me take it back a step. The Allegiance system is basically the alliance or clan system for Game of Thrones Conquest, and how it works is it's like a pyramid. So you have your Allegiance leader, who is Unruly Mofo. He is the leader of the Allegiance. Okay. Unruly Mofo has 5 sub-tiers. Look, he has 5 sub-tier main Allegiance sub-tier members. These are, you can call them the officers or the tier 2, okay? Each one of these tier 2 also has 5 sub-tiers. And each one of their sub-tiers probably has 5 more sub-tiers, since we are a large allegiance, and so on. Okay? So that means that each one of Unruly Mof's sub-guys here can have a total of 30 people underneath him. So Lord Tywin, who's directly under Unruly Mofo, can have 30 people underneath him, or 25 people underneath him. You can see Zen here at the bottom has 30. Everybody else is a little bit less. So what this means is, if Lord Tywin up there decides to leave this allegiance, he gets in a fight with Unruly, he doesn't like anybody, he wants to go, he leaves, he takes all 25 people with him, they automatically go with him, they are his bannermen, which I think is a fantastic concept. I've seen 3 of the rank 1 alliances in this game split into half. Mof's is actually a split from, I believe, the Goat Alliance previously. Unruly is a great leader. He's done a great job taking us into the rank 2 overall. So it causes a lot of interesting dynamics. The next pro I have, which really sets Game of Thrones Conquest apart from all other base builders, is the Seat of Power system. Let's go ahead and jump to the kingdom map here. Okay, just getting loading here. So you can see this is essentially, this looks like a Westeros chessboard, and it's supposed to, because this is Westeros. Okay, these are all these different regions. You see all these flags are different allegiances that own those regions. If I zoom in a little bit, you'll see these sub flags start popping up for these sub regions, and then you have all these sub regions making up this one south region. So what's really cool about this is most other base building MMOs, you just have 1 to 5 points of conquest, whatever you call them, you know, thrones, palace, empire, you know, gladiator pit, whatever the hell they call these kind of different points of conquest. Typically, base builders don't have more than 1 to 5. A lot of them only have 1, which makes it really demotivating for players if they don't feel they have a shot at winning the, you know, most prestigious seat, then which in this would be the Iron Throne. Then maybe they'd be demotivated. But as you can clearly see, there are a lot of points to capture. So my alliance has 120 members or whatever it said, right? We could literally be holding south half of this whole frickin' continent. And what that also means is we're not able to occupy the entire continent. We will be sharing it, guaranteed, with at least 3 to 5 other large allegiances, which is really an interesting dynamic. And each one of these points, when you control the region around the point, you get special bonuses. And when you control that point itself, you can get titles, which give you huge combat bonuses. So you can see I control a lot of things in this region, but there are also a lot of other alliances, like the GOD Alliance and GOAT, LGN, that control a large amount of areas in this region. But it's a very interesting dynamic. I definitely wanted to walk you through that. Sorry for this lengthy review here. I'll try and keep it a little bit short. The other pro I do want to talk about real quick is monsters here give great rewards, and let's take a quick look. Okay, monsters give fantastic rewards. You can see you won't know what these are really worth until you play the game, but that amount of prestige, that's a lot of Lord experience, essentially. Your prestige is how you level up your character. It's experience points. Skip that song here. Prestige is how you level up your character. Bricks here that you see in the top left, those are building materials. You get resources, you get gold, you get all these crafting materials, and you get steel for crafting equipment. You get research equipment. I mean, you get really great rewards for killing monsters in this game. It's nothing compared to other MMO base builders where killing monsters is tedious and essentially useless. This one does a fantastic job of motivating players to actually kill monsters. And you get these cool 3D map effects. It's not just your same boring, you know, whatever. It's kind of cool. You can select from multiple different map effects. I can change that into whatever I want. Okay, now let's jump into the cons. Like all MMO base builders, packs are way overpowered, and packs are way overpowered, and they really make the game a little bit unbalanced. Let's go ahead and just take a quick look. This is a gold pack. It costs $100. You got a huge amount of resources. You get, you know, what do we got here? Looks like you get about overall 40 million of each resource altogether. Food, wood, lots of speed ups, tons and tons of speed ups, 100 hours right there, plus 25 3 hours, plus 4 8 hours. I mean, huge amount of speed ups, huge amount of resources, huge amount of gold, 120,000 gold. So what that really does is it drives a big wedge, because those packs are so overpowered. It does drive a big wedge in between the casual players and the spenders. You'll see that a huge amount of the kingdom is actually stuck around the same level as I am. Castle 17, most people are between 12 and 17. And then you have your top 2 or 3% players that each spend a couple $1,000s who have reached Castle 26 through 30. I think it's definitely unbalanced with the pack system. That's one of my biggest complaints. The next con I want to talk about are the building and research materials are insanely hard to obtain. You literally cannot obtain building and research materials in quantities that you can use without dropping $100. You can't do it. It just doesn't exist. You cannot get the materials without dropping tons of money. Let's look at this. For $20, I can gain these top 3 materials here: red gold flake, pale steel shard, scholarly fragment. Those are research materials. So let's just for example, 400 scholarly fragments cost me $20. Okay? You can see from killing this monster, I gained 24 bricks, which are essentially the scholarly fragments, but for building. Bricks are for building, same level material. I can gain 24, right? So I have to kill, hey, what's that, sorry? That, coming up. Damn it. Closing this real quick, I apologize. Okay. Alright, sorry. So, yeah, essentially you have to kill 20 monsters to get $20 worth of stuff. It doesn't see dynamic energy consumption system for killing monsters in this sound that overpowered game being the way it is. You can see, just for example, if I kill this level 8 here, it's going to cost me, down in the bottom right hand corner, that heart with a lightning bolt, 5 energy. Killing this level 8 is not going to give me very many resources, and it's not going to cost me a lot. So I probably will be able to kill 20 of them, right? And I do want to show you this report when it comes up in 10 seconds. Let's just jump into our battle log here. Hunting. Okay. Pale steel caravan. Give me 2 pale steel shards. 2. Look at that. 2 shards. The only reason I got 20 bricks is because I killed a high level monster that costs 15 to 20 energy, which means I can only kill 5 of those monsters before I'm out of energy. So really, you spend $20, you gain about 2 or 3 days worth of monster killing resources, and the $100 packs are, of course, a lot more resources. So the building and research materials in this game are extremely difficult to obtain. That's probably my second biggest gripe after the overpowered packs. The packs are typical in all MMO base builders. All the packs are way overpowered. That's just how it is. They want people to spend money. They wouldn't make these games unless we spent money. That's just how it is. We've accepted that. However, bottlenecking the players with these resources is no good. The next thing I want to talk about is the in-game support system is terrible. Contacting GMs and mods, they do not really help. They brush you off, don't treat you with too much respect. The one thing they do is they reply very quickly. If you do submit a ticket here, they typically reply within 24 to 48 hours. I've submitted 2 tickets. I got a reply to the first ticket in like 6 hours. I was really happy, really surprised. Turns out they didn't help me whatsoever, so I became less happy. And then a few days ago I submitted my second ticket and have not had any luck resolving it still. So the support system, very responsive, great timing, just doesn't help you at all. Definitely a complaint considering people spend money on this game. They need to fix that. And the last con I want to talk about in this quick review is the chat system. So you can see the chat system is broken up into Kingdom and Allegiance. In the Kingdom, you can talk to everybody. You can see all the chat system is typical for the Kingdom chat. You can see everybody, everyone talk to everybody. Your Allegiance is kind of cool. It's a little bit confusing. This Allegiance chat is my chat with all of my Allegiance, all 120 people. If I click over here to the Liege, I'm now talking with only my Liege and my fellow 4 Bannermen. So there's a total of 6 people in this chat. And I don't have Bannermen right now, but if I did, I'd have a Bannerman chat, which is only me and my 5 Bannermen. I think it's very confusing and unnecessary to have all these different chats. If I had Bannermen, I would literally have 4 different chats doing the same frickin' thing, plus a Kingdom chat. And you can't private message anybody. What, you know what I mean? If you want to talk to somebody, I have to go into Kingdom chat and put my line ID out for everybody to see. Everybody gets to see my public line ID or WeChat or whatever chat messenger I want to use. Everybody gets to see it and sign me up for some kind of Russian gay porn spam on my line, right? Or, you know, whatever people do these days. But I definitely don't like giving out my private info on a general Kingdom chat with a bunch of people who I fight, who obviously are out to get me because I fight them and I kill their troops. They're mad at me. They're going to go sign me up for gay Russian porn, right? I don't want that. I don't like that. You shouldn't like that. There needs to be a private message system in this game. They need to reorganize the Allegiance message system and just eliminate both of those stupid Bannerman Liege discussions. You know what? It's just not helpful. Just get rid of them. But overall, guys, out of 100, I will rate this game at 72. So they have a C to C- rating. That's actually pretty high for your typical MMO base builder. A lot of MMO base builders really like Final Fantasy 15: A New Empire. I rated that at 36. They're just useless cash grabs. The only other game that I played recently that really comes in comparison to Game of Thrones Conquest is Clash of Kings: The West. They get a rating of 76. They do a very good job in Clash of Kings: The West. Not to be confused with regular Clash of Kings. Regular Clash of Kings we rated at 61. So if you want to play an MMO base builder, I recommend giving Game of Thrones Conquest a shot. Hopefully they work out some of these issues. And if you don't want to give Game of Thrones a shot, come play Clash of Kings: The West. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to make this any longer than it's been. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic night. And if you have any requests for game reviews of other games, just let me know. Come visit rtsmobile.com. And I guess that's it. We'll see you next time.